The 2024 Toyota BZ4X. This is Toyota's full EV product, and it's also co-developed with the Subaru Solterra. That's essentially the same vehicle as this Toyota I am talking about. But the changes I'm going to be covering here, it's going to be for the Toyota. So let's talk about what's new here, and later on throughout the video I can share with you some resources that you can use to research how to get the best pricing for an EV like this if you're truly interested in buying something like this. Okay, the big changes, it's going to be, we have dual voltage charging cables now standard on all trim levels, which there's only two trims, the XLE and the Limited, and you can add all-wheel drive with both of those trims. But yes, this dual voltage charging cable, it allows you to charge both at a level 1 or a level 2 charging speed with one cable, essentially. Next, on the Limited trim levels, they have made the advanced hands-free parking feature as standard. On the XLE trim, they have made the 8-way power adjustable seat with the power liftgate as standard, and you also get 1 year of complimentary charging through EVgo's nationwide charging network, which a lot of other manufacturers provide like 3 years of free charging through Electrify America. Both EVgo and Electrify America, they're approximately the same size. However, 1 year of free charging, that is pretty lame. I wish they would offer 3. However, this could be where most of the industry is going. Yes, these manufacturers are partnered with these large charging networks, but instead of offering that 3, we might be seeing more and more car manufacturers offering 1 year of free complimentary charging. And the final change is going to be with the digital gauge cluster. Whenever you are charging the vehicle, the range and the charging estimates, it's going to be better and clearer now in 2024. So those are your big changes. We do have detailed pricing here from Toyota, but you will have to add $1,350 for destination. So an XLE, it's going to start at a little over 44 grand. The Limited, it's going to be a little over $48,000, and add about $2,000 if you want to get these vehicles with all-wheel drive. Regarding specs, the front-wheel drive BZ4X is going to come with 201 horsepower and 196 pounds-feet of torque. When you go with the all-wheel drive, you get 214 pounds-feet of torque. Range is pretty average. It depends on trim level, and it depends on if you get front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. It ranges between 222 miles and 252 miles. Front-wheel drive models get better range, and when you go with the all-wheel drive, the range once again drops by about 30 miles actually. And keep in mind, these range estimates, it's when you charge the vehicle up to 100%. Nobody really does that. Most manufacturers recommend that you charge up to 80%, much like our cell phones. That's something to keep in mind. And if it's cold outside, you can expect your range to drop again by 20 to 30%. And this is why full EVs don't really work for everyone. And this is why you see crazy incentives, low lease payments available for full EVs, because it's simply not practical for everyone. But again, if you have to have this Toyota EV, I do recommend going with the XLE all-wheel drive, and then add on the weather package for an additional $500. The reason for that is because then you get heated steering wheel and heated front seats with the XLE model. Okay, and another reason why I like the XLE is because it has 18-inch wheels, comes with LED exterior lights, you get the dual zone climate control, you get that synthetic leather seating, a 7-inch digital gauge cluster, 12.3-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is also going to be standard with all the BZ4Xs. When you go with the Limited, you get things like heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats as standard, but again, you can get that with that $500 weather package on the XLE. But other things you get with the Limited, now you get the 20-inch wheels, so your ride is going to suffer. But a 360 camera, that's going to come with the Limited, which is nice. And also, as an option, you can add in the JBL audio system with the Limited, and you cannot do that with the XLE. So if you love your music, something to note, JBL is only available as an option with the Limited. But even paying 47 grand for an XLE all-wheel drive, that's still a lot of money. But keep in mind, you should be negotiating at least a 10% discount off of MSRP from the dealership, and you should stack that with the $7,500 manufacturer incentive. So a $47,000 XLE all-wheel drive vehicle, you should be getting that for around $34,000 to $35,000 before taxes and fees. You can use the Edmunds leasing calculator to figure some of this stuff out. The leasing payments, it's around $500 to $550 a month, assuming you have perfect credit and you do a 0 down lease. Interest rate on the lease though is about 8%. So you're making very little equity in this vehicle at the end of the lease. And that's why the discounts and the incentives are so important to apply here, because of this high interest rate environment that we are in. And yeah, you should be leasing this simply because this is not a product that you want to be stuck with long term, because these things will tank in value like crazy. Since it's a first generation EV vehicle with terrible range, abysmal performance, nobody's going to want this after the warranty period is up. And a lot of people complain about, how expensive it is to replace some of these battery packs, how it costs, 5 figures in some cases. Well, keep in mind, a new car is going to have a warranty, and Toyota warranties the batteries up to 8 years or up to 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. So you're technically not paying for the battery pack as long as you keep it under the mileage limits and under 8 years, which if you're just doing a 3-year lease, you don't have to worry about any of that. And Toyota also offers 2 years of complimentary maintenance or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Yeah, it's a new vehicle. It comes with these things. You don't have to worry if you're doing a lease. But that's everything to note with the 2024 Toyota BZ4X. If you're an owner of one of these vehicles, let us know in the comment section. Also, let us know what kind of deal you're able to negotiate. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.